Hey guys, it's Jessica and we are going to be achieving this look today. This is just a get ready with me. I kind of walk through what I'm doing on my eyes, but I don't know how great I am at it. Also don't know how great I am at talking while doing my makeup, but we're about to find out in this video. The topic today is just kind of YouTube in general, cancel culture, that kind of stuff. So if you want to stick around, watch me do my makeup and chat, feel free to do so. I did use... Sorry for the noise. Cody is working on remodeling the house, so sometimes you'll hear noise in the background, and I apologize. But yeah, we don't have much time in our life. Also, we're all really sick right now. Like, my throat is on fire, and I've been having stomach issues. It just hasn't been fun. So, but YouTube relaxes me. It calms me down. I've had anxiety about being sick, so we're doing the YouTube things, okay? Even though we're sick, we are working it out. Anyway, I did use the Persona Identity 2 palette because I'm trying to use the stuff from the glossy box that we received. So I did use the primer, I used the lip liner, I used the rose whatever. Okay, if you want to see the glossy boxes, I'll link them down below, but I did try to use products from there so that I can review them later on, probably around the first week of January. But yeah, that is the gist of everything, so feel free to watch if you would like, and I will see you guys feel free to keep watching if you want to see this look. And yeah, here you go. Alright guys, we're gonna start by just, getting the hair out of our face, because we do not need it in the way. Alright, and then I like to use a lip scrub. I'm using the ColourPop lip scrub, the Lizzie McGuire one. This is bubblegum flavor. I really like ColourPop's lip scrubs. In the past I've tried Fizz and Bubble, I think is the brand name. They're really good, but they're like really messy. Lush, once again, really good, probably one of my favorites, but they are also really messy, so that's just the way it is. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think it hurts to eat it, so, just getting that off of my lips. Okay, so that's how I like to start. It's just by using a lip scrub. And I'm using the Lizzie one because we just got it in the ColourPop mystery box, and I plan to, everything that we got this month, review next month. That's the plan. We'll see how it works, but that's the plan. Okay. And then I like to follow it up with some kind of lip balm. This is the Rose Oil Lip Gloss from Galactic that we got in the glossy box. Which, I would not wear this all day and reapply it. So far that's how I feel, but I do like putting it on at the beginning of my makeup. Okay, so that's all we're doing with the face for now. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Urban Decay primer. This is honestly a staple. So while I work here, I really want to get the Milani primer, but we can kind of chit chat. One thing I want to talk about, I guess, is YouTube in general, the mentality of YouTubers. honestly, it's probably one of the reasons why I walked away from YouTube for a little while, because some of the mentalities on this platform are just total garbage. Alright, now that we are primed, we're going to go in. I'm using the Persona Identity 2 palette, which I kind of don't like the packaging on this, but we're going to go ahead and use it. We're gonna go in with Passionate here, which is a beautiful pinky peach shade. It's way more pink than what is showing up on camera, but whatever. That's what we're going in with. I'm taking this like bigger brush. This came with the paint palette from Glamlight. Okay, so the mentality of YouTube. So when I first started YouTube, it was not at all like, I mean, there were some people that were in it for just money's sake, but it was mostly people are just doing what they really love to do, whatever that may be. Maybe it's working on cars, maybe it's, you know, reviewing board games, playing video games, doing your makeup on camera. Like, literally, there's a place for everybody, and everybody was just simply doing it because they love to do it. Now when I started YouTube, I just loved YouTube. Like, I was watching these people do, like, elf hauls, like, makeup hauls, all kinds of makeup hauls and stuff, and I was just like, ooh, that just seems like fun. It just seems like fun to... I liked how people were like sharing what they bought, sharing their lives. Like, I just absolutely loved the entire YouTube process, I guess you could say. Like, I just love the concept. Now, when I started in 2011, I think, maybe 2012, and it was just very different back then, and I really liked it. I finally decided to, like, grow my channel and do more, I think around 2013, maybe 2014, I don't know for sure. And that's when I started getting frustrated, like, because it was all about views and money and how can I get brands to send me stuff, and oh, I hated that. So I wasn't about that life. Like, it just got a little discouraging. It became a lot less about doing something because you love it and a lot more about trying to make a profit from it, trying to make it your career so you don't have to work, which I don't have any kind of problem with that per se, but it shows, you know, it shows in people's videos. And honestly, there's nothing that ticks me off more than someone who's like, oh, I was gonna review this for you guys, but I'm not gonna get it in time for it to actually get the amount of views that I want. That kind of stuff really ticks me off, because, like, really? What if your fan base just really wants to see that item? Like, wants to see you talk about that item and give your opinion. These people who give you a comfortable living, they want to see it. You're just gonna blow them off? I don't know. That's kind of my issue with YouTube. And there's definitely that mentality these days too. But that being said, that's kind of why I wanted to come back to YouTube, because I'm hoping that, you know, people will just come here because they want to hang out, that they don't, like, if you're expecting me to buy everything, review it as soon as possible, blah blah blah, this is not the channel for you. This is the channel where we literally just relax and do our makeup and talk, and you know, reviews every now and then, and subscription boxes. Like, that's what you're gonna get here, okay? So that's like a big portion of YouTube that I'm just really not a fan of. I really think I should take that shade a little higher, actually. Like, just a tiny bit. How's that? I think that's good. So anyway, that's kind of my number one thing that I find frustrating. That kind of started around when I was uploading almost every day and like really was pumping out content, doing covers, that kind of stuff. That's when that kind of started, but it wasn't that bad back then. But it was really discouraging because you'd get people following your channel just so like you would follow them back, but not actually watch your stuff. And I just want people on my channel that like want to hang out with me, you know? It's just like, it's like real life in that way. You would rather hang out with people who actually want to be around you, right? Right. Alright, so, yikes, got my mirror in there. The next shade I'm gonna go in with, this is pretty a lot. I think we're gonna go ahead and go in with Brave here. We're gonna use this on like the outer crease area. And we're going in with a new brush. Okay, so the other thing that kind of kept me off of YouTube, it did not steer me away from YouTube because it wasn't really a thing when I was consistently uploading back then, is the I don't know how to word this, but cancel culture would be a great word for it. The cancel culture of YouTube. I don't think canceling people is a good thing to do, if I'm being honest. Unless they're like convicted of a crime, then maybe, but like, there's creators who have made tremendous mistakes, have made disgusting jokes, had centered their content around disgusting jokes. These creators are some of my favorite creators. Now, that being said, I did not watch them back when they were doing that. Like Shane Dawson, for example. I started watching him when he was doing like his silly food videos. That's when I started watching him, and I really didn't watch him much when he was doing that. So yeah, I didn't watch his older content, sorry, got interrupted. But, I started watching around the food video time, but more so when he started doing the conspiracy theories, because I love conspiracy theories. Like, most people, I feel like, love conspiracy theories, so, you know. And then I just watched him from there on, and I personally think he's shown that he's a good person. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, that's how I feel. Whether the persona of who he is on camera is real or not, I relate to that person a lot. Now, one other thing I will say about his past content is you couldn't even walk the halls in your schools without hearing jokes like that, without having those intense, disgusting, vile jokes. That was incredibly common. So it's frustrating to me that stuff numerous content creators have created in the past is creeping up on them and damaging them now. I'm not okay with that. Now, the Tati James Jeffree Star, Tati James Jeffree Star and I'm missing a person, I think. Tati James. Oh, and Shane. That whole fiasco, that's a little bit, like, different in my opinion. I don't really know what happened in that whole fiasco, or why it happened, or who started what, or who did what, or how, or why. But ultimately, I think that honestly, it's kind of between all the three of them. 4 of them, if I'm being honest. Like, that was just a whole fiasco, and I just think it was a little bit petty on, like, all sides. And, in this instance, I'd say Shane did not carry himself the best. But, me having and I'm talking specifically about his Snapchat video thing, me having a history of sexual abuse happening to me, I personally just didn't think it was okay for her to bring it up in her apology video at all, in my personal opinion. And I think maybe Shane was coming from that side, even though it might not have seemed like it. I think that's where he was kind of coming from, like, why are you bringing that up in this video? But overall, my thoughts on cancel culture is that I just don't think it's okay. I think people deserve multiple chances to be better people, and I think you do see that they are better people. You do see them really consciously try to change and grow and all of that. At the same time, too, in my opinion, people are, they take things a little too far, you know, just like someone might take a joke too far, people take the fact that that joke was inappropriate too far, too, you know. I just don't think there's a whole reason to cancel a whole person because of a stupid joke they made. That's my opinion. And I know it's not the popular opinion, but I think that's part of the issue with society in general right now, is that a lot of us aren't seeing all sides of the situation. We see one side and that's it, and we put blinders on and we don't listen to any other side, and I feel like that's a big issue in society. So, you know, I'm okay with not having the popular opinion. Alrighty. Now, I'm gonna take this brush, which is kind of a blender brush, but I'm gonna use it as a shadow brush. Can't tell you where the hell this brush came from, but it's here, so we're using it. By the way, oops. That brush fell. Where'd it go? I don't know. By the way, in that last little talk I did, I used the lightest matte shade just to kind of blend out the top there. I know it looks atrocious right now, but we're getting there, okay? We're getting there. It looks really good in the mirror. But anyway, I went ahead and sprayed this brush with some setting spray, and this is where I'm trying to decide what color to use I'm kind of thinking, gosh, this is hard. I really don't know. I think I want to go in with the green, which is called Driven. The shade right here. And I'm gonna put that on the middle area. And bring it into kind of closer to the inner corner. Kind of. You're not, you know, you're not getting all the way in there. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I do think a better way to handle with, like, scandals and dramas and all that on the YouTube platform and in society in general is to just, yeah, talk about your feelings, talk about how you feel. You know, if you don't want to give that person a chance to, like, do better and whatnot, then that's fine. That's not a big deal. But I don't feel like we should be advocating for people's livelihoods to be taken away over, you know, stupid crap they said. Jeffree Star, on the other hand, I don't, like, I don't know, I guess I just don't fully understand all the controversy around him, because, like, the stuff that he did in his past, that was that era, you know, like, definitely not an excuse, definitely shouldn't have done those things, but he's also acknowledged that, you know, like, I guess that's where I get confused, is these things have been acknowledged, they've been apologized for a few times now, and so I don't know, but I feel like it's hard to just cancel. But yeah, I feel like canceling people is just kind of similar to canceling brands. Like, if you're gonna cancel one person for whatever they did, you're gonna have to cancel a lot of other brands too, because there's a lot of brands that are total crap out there. A lot of companies that put their money in total garbage places, and you don't know unless you really dig into it. And then I guarantee you, if you find out, you're still gonna go to those places, you're still gonna use those products. Like, I just think in some aspects it's kind of impossible to get away from that kind of crappy behavior that people are so against. That's kind of my 2 cents, but also at the same time, where I'm kind of coming from is I personally wouldn't want to get canceled over stuff that, for one, was pretty popular at the time, and I was just trying to do a popular thing, and for 2, was obviously wildly inappropriate, and I try really hard not to be that person nowadays. Like, I would be very sad if I got canceled because of stuff in my past. So that's kind of like my overall thoughts on that and my opinions when it comes to YouTube cancellation. One area that I will say is a exception would be people who put their kids online. And when I say put your kids online, I mean like everything your kid does is freaking on the internet. That's not okay. I don't support that. But that's because obviously your kids do not know what's happening. They do not know what's going on. They cannot give informed consent. They cannot tell you that they don't want to be online. And later in their life, they might have a hard time getting a job because of videos online. They might just be super embarrassed of the shit you put online of them. Like, there's a lot of things wrong with that. Okay, so on the inner corner, I put on honest. Oops. But I do think that is a different thing because, like, child actors have the Kukin laws, and so there's at least some kind of boundaries in place that if you break those boundaries, you are literally breaking the law. So in my opinion, some of these vloggers are definitely breaking the law, just these laws don't exist yet. Okay. So, now that we mostly have the eyes done, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my face makeup. And we'll continue to chat a little bit more about things that are annoying about YouTube, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do the face makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this primer by Terry. It's the Hydra primer. And we're just gonna prime the face. Oh, this is my first time using this primer. And it feels really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's not what I expected because, like, most primers I use are very much on the silicone side. This one is just wet. It just feels wet. Okay. Feels good. Ooh, I like it a lot. Okay. Yeah, it just feels kind of like, it feels like you walked into a sauna, but it's cool instead of hot, which is better anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe some of that lip product off. Okie dokie. And we're just gonna use our fingers today to put on this stuff. This is the Magic Star Concealer, I believe, and it's in lavender. I got this in the mystery box. So I didn't really start purchasing Jeffree Star until the Conspiracy palette. And regardless of how you feel about Jeffree, I get it. He's a very he's a very controversial person, so I get it, but his makeup is honestly really good. At least his eyeshadow formula is really good. When I don't use his eyeshadows, I kind of miss them. Though I will say some of the shadows do irritate my eyes. Okay. I look like a ghost. Okay. Cool. And we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I really need new foundation. I don't think any of my foundations match me right now. And I don't really wear foundations. Okay. It's hard to feel somewhat normal when you feel like crap. Okay, we're gonna go in with the Milani Powder Foundation. It's in the shade Shell, and it's the Even Touch Foundation. Okay. That's just to like mattify everything. I'm personally not the biggest fan of wearing foundation, but it does make your skin even out and all that, so I guess we'll wear it today. We're gonna go in with the Super Shock Cheek Too Cool for School, and we're gonna use this as a contour. So we're going in with this brush, which I got off of eBay a long time ago. By the way, the powder brush was from Flower Beauty. Okay, I gotta pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. Hang on. Okay, so see, I kind of the gist of how I feel. That is just not quite good there. The gist of how I feel about all these problematic YouTubers, quote unquote, is when they do stuff that I don't necessarily like that they did, I won't watch them for a little bit, but then I'll go back to them, you know. I will say that Tati, I was a huge fan of, but personally, I feel like with all that drama with James, Shane, Tati, and Jeffrey, is kind of all of their faults, and they were all kind of being ridiculous in the situation. So, I don't know, I felt like she was trying to just blame everybody else and not take any accountability for her own actions, and that just wasn't cool. So I didn't watch her for a while after she came back, but now I'm watching her again. Really enjoy her videos. Yeah, I mean, overall, I just don't believe in that. I just think people deserve multiple chances, and I've always kind of been that way. Alright, we're gonna do some blush now. This is ColourPop's Kissin' a Frog pressed powder blush. It's the Tiana brush, I think. Okay. I am using the same brush as the contour. Whoops. Okay. Now we're just gonna try to blend stuff out. So, yeah. I also will say that I'm not a fan of Shane's, like, comeback video, because, like, it made me, like, motion sick. Like, the filming wasn't very good. Now, we did recently go to Colorado, and we went to Third Bridge, and I think mostly it's just people there that F with other people, and that's what makes it scary, so that's what I gotta say. I will say, though, when you hit that bridge, it is the freaking creepiest feeling that you have ever felt in your entire life, and you really do feel like you're gonna die, or someone died, or something about death. Like, it is super creepy, but I feel like it's impossible to actually, like, investigate that bridge, because there's a bunch of teenagers, or maybe they're in their young 20s, but they just like literally F with people there. So it's like not really the best conditions for a ghost hunt. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of his comeback videos, but I have really been enjoying him in Ryland's vlogs. He's just... Hopefully someday my boyfriend and I will start vlogging, and you'll see the dynamic between Shane and Ryland is very similar to the dynamic between he and I. Okay. I'm like not a fan of doing eyebrows, okay? One eyebrow always turns out super cute, and the other one always turns out super not cool. So, you know, my life. I really need one of them eyebrow spoolies too, because it ain't helping not having one. Sorry about the racket. My boyfriend, I think, is working on the house. So yeah, Jeffree Star, I wish he would upload more, but he's never really uploaded that much, in my opinion. Now we're gonna put some highlight on. This is from LA Color. What else can I say? Oh, I never really watched James. The only time I watched him was for like maybe a couple of videos, and it was strictly because Tati kept talking about him. But other than that, I really didn't watch him. Okay, now we gotta decide between red lips, or neutral lips. This is like the decision I always have in my life. I think I'm red though. We're going with red. So like, we're trying to do the Boxy charm stuff in this video. So this is the EVO Beauty lip liner. The color's Brook. Okay. We're going to use this one. Oh, that color is so pretty. Okay, like lining the lips takes an unbelievable amount of concentration. Oh yeah, I ordered groceries. I totally forgot about that. They're probably here by now. Probably Cody's sister taking care of it, because she is awesome like that. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the NARS lip pencil. This did not come in the glossy box. Alright. It's not perfect, but hey, I ain't perfect, so that's fine. Alright, we're gonna go in with the ColourPop white eyeliner. This is in the shade Exit, which is weird, but okay. We'll go with it. It's fine. It's fine. And then we're gonna go in with the shade Fast Lane, which is a forest green kind of shade. With the eyelash curler, and we're going to use the Stila mascara from the one of them glossy boxes. Okay, this mascara is baller, but it's a little messy to apply. I just need to brush my hair and I'll be right back. Alright, here's the finished eye look. Okay, someday we will figure out the lighting a little bit better, but anyway, this is the finished look. It looks really good, in my humble opinion. But yeah, just to kind of sum things up a little bit, basically, all I'm trying to say in this video is that I'm not a fan of cancel culture. I feel like we can all learn and grow together as a community, and we don't have to, like, write people out of our community. I feel like that doesn't help anything. I feel like, if anything, it makes things kind of worse. Like, I don't know. I don't like cancel culture. That being said, too, though, I don't like it when people use their kids online either. Not every moment of your child should be online. If they have a concert or they have something that they're proud of and they want to show off, sure. But I feel like that's acceptable. But when literally every moment of your child's life is on the internet, there's a problem. When your kids know how to vlog when they're 2, I feel like that's a problem. Maybe I am being dramatic, but personally, I feel like it's a problem. But yeah, so that's basically, to sum everything up, like, yes, I use Jeffree Star products, and yes, I do still enjoy Shane Dawson, and yes, I watch Morgan and Ryland Adams, and yeah, I watch Tati too. I don't watch James Charles, but like I said, I was never really into his content. But yeah, overall, against cancel culture, let's learn and grow together. Let's be better humans together and get this all figured out, okay? That's kind of how I feel. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. You know, whatever you want to do. It's really up to you. I do once again apologize for any noise in the background. Cody's working on some things because we're remodeling our house. We're also all sick, so it's not helping anything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!